You wake up to the sound of your alarm. 6 a.m. The room is quiet except for the buzzing phone on your bedside table. Dozens of birthday notifications begin appearing across the screen. Happy 30th birthday. Welcome to the dirty 30s. Hope this decade is your best one yet. You smile. You appreciate every message. But after putting the phone down, the smile slowly disappears. You stare at the ceiling. 30. The number feels heavier than you expected. You remember everything you promised yourself when you were 22. By 30 I'll own a house. I'll have investments. I'll have enough money that I won't worry anymore. Instead, you're still renting. Your savings account barely covers 1 month's expenses. You still owe money on a credit card. And retirement feels like something only older people think about. You open social media. One friend just bought a house. Another is celebrating a promotion. Someone else is posting photos from Bali. For a few minutes, it feels like everyone else received instructions for life that somehow skipped you. You close the app. Not because you're angry. Because you're exhausted from comparing your life to everyone else's highlight reel. For the first time in years, you ask yourself a different question. Not, why are they ahead? But, what if I started today? That single question quietly changes the direction of your life. The next morning is ordinary. You still wake up early. You still catch the same crowded bus. You still work the same job. Nothing magical happens. But one habit changes. Instead of avoiding your banking app, you finally open it. You scroll through the last 3 months of spending. Coffee. Food delivery. Online shopping. Streaming subscriptions. Impulse purchases you barely remember making. Individually, none of them seem expensive. Together, they've quietly cost you thousands. That realization hurts. Not because you've failed. Because you finally understand that wealth isn't usually destroyed by one terrible decision. It's slowly leaked away through hundreds of small ones. Instead of feeling guilty, you grab a notebook. For the first time in your life, you give every dollar a job. Some goes toward bills. Some goes toward groceries. Some goes toward paying off debt. And no matter how small the amount, some goes toward your future. It's only a little, but it's yours. The first few months don't feel exciting. Your investment account grows painfully slowly. Some weeks the market actually drops. You log in expecting progress. Instead, your balance is lower than it was yesterday. For a moment, you wonder if you've made a mistake. Then you remember why you started. You aren't investing for next month. You're investing for the next 30 years. So you keep buying. Every payday. Without trying to predict the market. Without chasing the latest trend. Without checking your account every hour. At the same time, you start learning. Not because someone tells you to. Because you realize your greatest investment isn't a stock. It's yourself. During your lunch break, you read books about money. After work, you learn new software. On weekends, you take free online courses. At first, nothing changes. Then 6 months later, a better opportunity appears. Not because you got lucky. Because you finally have skills you didn't have before. Your friends upgrade their cars. You keep driving yours. Someone buys the newest phone. You replace the battery in your old one instead. Friday nights become difficult. Everyone wants expensive dinners. Weekend trips. Luxury hotels. Sometimes you go. Sometimes you don't. Not because you're antisocial. Because you finally learned the difference between enjoying life and financing a lifestyle you can't afford. People assume you're struggling. They don't realize you're quietly building something. You stop trying to impress strangers. You start trying to impress your future self. Slowly, debt begins disappearing. Your emergency fund grows. 3 months of expenses. Then 6. For the first time, unexpected bills no longer feel like emergencies. They become inconveniences. And that peace of mind feels richer than anything you've ever felt. 5 years pass. You're 35 now. Life still isn't perfect. You still work hard. You still budget. You still invest every month. But something has changed. Your investments are beginning to earn more than you contribute. The dividends buy more shares. Those shares produce even more dividends. Compound interest is finally doing what everyone talks about. Meanwhile, the skills you spent years learning have increased your income. Not overnight. Gradually. You receive promotions. You negotiate higher salaries. You earn extra money from freelance work. Every raise follows the same rule. A portion improves your life. The rest buys assets. You don't inflate your lifestyle every time your income increases. Instead, you increase your ownership. Ownership of businesses through stocks. Ownership of index funds. Eventually, ownership of a home, if it fits your finances. Your money begins working alongside you. Not instead of you. Alongside you. One ordinary Saturday morning. You sit down with a cup of coffee. You open your investment account. For a moment, you simply stare. Not because you're suddenly a millionaire, but because you recognize the person looking back at you. 5 years ago, you were afraid you had started too late. Now, your emergency fund is full. Your debt is gone. Your investments have grown steadily. Your income is higher because your skills are worth more. You aren't wealthy because of one lucky investment. You're wealthier because you made hundreds of ordinary decisions that nobody applauded. You said no when it mattered. You kept investing during market crashes. You kept learning when you were tired. You stayed consistent when progress felt invisible. Then you realize something that changes your perspective forever. The greatest advantage wasn't starting at 30. It was refusing to wait until 40. If someone watching this video has just turned 30, or 35, or even 45, remember this: the market doesn't care when you begin. Compound growth doesn't ask how old you are. The only thing that matters is that you start. Because one day, 5 years from now, you'll either wish you had started today, or you'll be grateful that you did. The choice begins with a single decision. Today.